Hi, it's Maggie the Aries Gypsy here to bring you your June 2018 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and for taking the time to send in your support, feedback, and comments. Always welcome and always appreciated. And also a big thank you and shout out to all of my clients out there, both regular and new, for always keeping me so busy with one-on-one readings. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you. And as most of you know, if you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can get more information and my contact details by clicking on the About button you'll find on my YouTube channel's homepage or the description bar of all the videos I post. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. Turnaround time is pretty fast for personal readings. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So scheduling a reading live or recorded can take anywhere from a few days or upwards of a couple of weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks or so we can set up a reading for you. So if you're interested, email me. We'll go from there. I do love and romance, career, work, and finance, investment readings, 6 and 12 month spreads, which look at everything coming in your life for the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. Relationship compatibility chartings, relationships of all kinds. As well as reconciliation spreads, channeled messages from passed on loved ones, and gift readings if you want to gift someone with a personal reading. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Aries Gypsy. That link is also included. That's for, quick answers to the fast, easy questions. All right, moving right along, this reading is for the fire sign of Aries for the month of June 2018. If you know your rising and your moon sign, watch those as well for additional clarification, because general readings can sometimes vary in details and timing, although the energy and advice always remains the same. All right, our Rams, Aries, June 2018. We begin with the Devil, followed by the Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands, followed by the Magician, the Seven of Cups, followed by the Three of Wands, and at or towards the end of the month, the Ace of Cups, followed by the Two of Cups. Lovely. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the Six of Swords, which makes sense. All of the signs, I think the vast majority of the signs, it looks like the challenges are primarily focused in the first half of the month, and the last half is kind of where we transition out of that into just beautiful new beginnings or awakenings or reconciliations. Peace and healing and restoration is the theme, the focus, and the general energy and advice for you for June 2018. Aries, your crowning card is the Six of Swords. Also a card of traveling, so this peace and healing and restorative energy, moving away from a troubled, turbulent, chaotic something into smoother, peaceful, more placid waters. I think some of you are actually traveling to do this as well, maybe even traveling overseas over waters. The Six of Swords represents that you have left the worst of it behind you and you are moving into a more stable and peaceful healing phase in your life, because there's been some turbulence and imbalance significant recently, but you're moving into a better time. This is transitional energy. She's the worst is behind her or him. She's not quite to the other shore yet and on solid ground, but she's definitely moving towards that, traveling towards that. So that is your theme and energy and guidance for June 2018, Aries. Looks like you're taking a break, a much needed reprieve, rest and break, getting away from the source of whatever this profound imbalance and instability has been. We have the Devil and the Four of Swords. So the Devil is significant and profound imbalance. It can represent addictions, conventional addictions like drugs and alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, overworking, toxic negative relationships, strong temptations and vices. Really the scales being heavily out of whack and causing a lot of discord and imbalance and chaos and pain in your life. What clarifies it is the Four of Swords, which is a card like the Six of Swords. Rest, respiration, healing. It's taking a time out to rest, restore yourself. You may be feeling tired and so kind of over it, done. Taking a time out to rest, recuperate, seek guidance, get away, and do what you need to take better care of yourself at this time. Get more sleep, get some rest, avoid the source of the stress and whatever the conflict has been for a time. particularly if it's ongoing. Although I feel like for most of you, it's either ended or is wrapping up, but you're needing to take a break, and you are taking a break. And in fact, sometimes some of you even traveling to get that peace and restoration and healing and a different perspective as well. Next, we have the Nine of Wands with the Magician. So the Nine of Wands, I often refer to it as the 11th hour card. It represents, it's darkest before it's dawn. Tens represent completion, so nines represent being close to completion, although this soldier can't really see it. He's fought a lot of battles already. He's ready to be done. He's ready to be home and take off this armor and be done. But he's run into, maybe unexpectedly, this grouping of wands, which can represent a last-minute hurdle, delay, unexpected challenge, just when you weren't expecting it. He's withdrawn a bit. He's trying to figure it out. How do I get through this? Should I get through this? Am I able to get through this? Maybe feeling a bit discouraged and tired and worn out, as is implied heavily with that Four of Swords and Six of Swords and the Devil. The underlying energy for the Nine of Wands is always you're almost there. It's right around the corner, even if you can't see it. Push through. You're going to make it. You're almost there. Push through. You're very close to completion. You can do this. It's about persevering and pushing through because you're closer than you think, even if it feels like you're not, because all you can see in front of you is maybe what's recently happened and feeling kind of discouraged because of that. Again, I feel like getting away and taking this time off or taking a step back is really going to help kind of give you a different perspective and a healthier and more realistic view of things, because the Magician accompanying that Nine of Wands says that you have everything that you need within you to manifest and create whatever you want, and you have everything in you in order to push through whatever the source of this discouragement, has been, this unexpected maybe hurdle or delay or obstacle. I feel like a lot of you, it may be something to do with a relationship, a soulmate relationship. You have this soulmate card, whether it's a romantic soulmate or maybe a very close best friend, and something that you weren't expecting, and it's caused a lot of chaos. A similar theme for some other signs too, in varying different degrees and details. The Magician says that you have what you need to push through this, if pushing through this is what you feel is best for you. And I feel like you can and are being encouraged too. But I think this time away or this step back is healthy and essential, and maybe a separation or a break or just some distance between you and like the other person in a conflict. If it's not your primary romantic relationship, it could be another close karmic connected relationship. And I feel like once you do that, you start to feel better, and you start to consider multiple options about how to move forward in a very successful way, and starting to lay the groundwork for a different kind of future, a new future. And not necessarily different or new in terms of if it's a relationship, you're breaking up and going in a different direction. It might be the case for some of you. But I feel like others of you during this time away, you could be your partner too, but I feel primarily you. Maybe both of you are, a mutual kind of time off and thinking about things, considering options, opportunities, and what's really realistic and possible in laying the groundwork for a future foundation, and kind of waiting and seeing how things kind of play out, and being very hopeful that your ships are indeed going to come in, and considering the possibilities and potentials within that. It just feels like you need a break. Kind of a time off, a time out. At or towards the end of June 2018, we have a lovely combination of cards. And also I want to point out too, the Seven of Cups and this Three of Wands, you may be considering a lot of different things. And sometimes the Seven of Cups can mean not being realistic about things. So the cautionary advice is always be practical about what's possible, about laying the groundwork towards moving towards a new future, particularly if it's about a significant or soulmate relationship in your life. But I don't really feel like you're being impractical about it, Aries. I feel like you guys are actually looking at what the possibilities and potentials are, and laying the groundwork for this new foundation. Or there's a reconciliation kind of energy too, because at or towards the end of the month we have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. Now sometimes aces represent new beginnings, and cups is emotional feelings, relationships. Sometimes the Ace of Cups can represent new romance, new love and romance. Some of you may be meeting somebody new at or towards the end of the month, someone you feel is your soulmate, because it's accompanied by that connected karmic connection, kindred spirit, soulmate energy, whether it's romantic partner or a best friend, kindred spirit. But I feel like for a lot of you, this represents a new emotional awakening, the heart opening up again, a reconciliation energy, a transformation, or the opportunity and beginning, because aces represent seeds. In order for seeds to manifest and grow to their full potential, they need to be planted, nurtured, and taken care of. So I feel like at the end of the month, there's going to be a brand new opportunity for this new emotional awakening and a renewal with this significant partner. And I feel like for a lot of you, the majority of June is, I feel like you may be traveling, and there may be some distance or separation, or some distance because of travel, geographic distance, could be emotional, a combination of both, really. But that there is a coming together at the end of June, beginning of July, and it's a really good, positive, hopeful coming together. There is an opportunity for renewal and reconciliation between the two of you. Others of you, it just may be moving through the dregs, the ends of something that's been difficult, moving on, moving past that, looking at what's possible in your future, and perhaps having new love and romance towards the end of the month or the beginning of July as well. And again, peace, healing, restoration, and for a lot of you, reconciliation is the name of the game too, and definitely a much more peaceful time removed from this imbalance and chaos, which you need. And make sure to take good care of yourself through this month. So Aries, that pretty much sums up your June 2018 general reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you found it helpful and useful. Again, if any of you are interested in any more personal, tailored just for you one-on-one reading, please feel free to contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be so happy to work with you and schedule a personal reading with you, live or recorded, as soon as we can. You can find all that information and details, including my Instantgo contact details, by clicking on the About button, which you will find on my YouTube channel's homepage, or by just clicking on the description bar of all the videos I post. Take care, Aries. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the June 2018 mid-month readings. And as always, until then, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.